The rapid arms race exploited smartly and applied intelligently is what empowered the Japanese naval might in the 20th century. A decade after the First World War, Japan were quick to learn that wars are won not only by tactics, but by having an edge in the battlefield. While attempting to take advantage of a loophole of the Washington Naval Treaty of 1922 that restricted the number and size of naval vessels to 10,000 metric tons, the development of a light aircraft carrier, Ryūjō, or the Prancing Dragon, was initiated in 1926 to be over 8,000 metric tons. The idea was that the ship was small enough to meet the treaty and big enough to take several fighters and bombers to the seas. Construction started in the late 1929 at Mitsubishi Yard in Yokohama. While under construction, the London Naval Treaty of 1930 added Article 3, which effectively closed the previous loophole and cornered the Japanese, making Ryūjō the only light carrier and the only of her kind, making her an outlaw. Once she was fully in service, there were several design flaws, with issues ranging from weight to instability in operations, so much that it was back in the shipyard for modifications. To keep it light, Prancing Dragon had no hull armor, while its navigation and control bridge was placed under the flight deck. It housed a single hangar and measured 180 meters in length, with a beam of 20 meters, carrying 600 officers and sailors. Ryūjō was launched in April 1931 for trials and commissioned in May 1933, with an increased aircraft stowage from 19 to 48 by adding a second hangar atop the original. After a series of changes in command, she became the flagship of Rear Admiral Hideo Wada in November 1934. Ryūjō alone provided the Japanese Navy with an edge in naval and aerial warfare against all of its enemies, and it was at this time that the Japanese could finally use it to work on their expansionist goal. Over the years, Ryūjō was revised for upgrades and improvements that improved its capability each time. From mid-1936 to 1942, Ryūjō caused havoc to its enemies, as in several operations during the Second Sino-Japanese War and during World War II. With her help, the Japanese military gained naval and air superiority in the Malaya, Philippines, and the Dutch East Indies, and the aircraft it carried participated in the Second Battle of the Java Sea. During the raid from the Indian Ocean in April 1942, Ryūjō attacked numerous British merchant and supply line ships. On the 24th of August 1942, Ryūjō was caught by surprise in an attack by American carrier aircraft during the Battle of the Eastern Solomons, and met her end after sustaining irrevocable damage. That's all, folks. You have reached the end of the video.